Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Rats on Film, the show where a bunch of film rats talk about and draft movies. Welcome to the inaugural annual movie draft 2026, beginning of the year. We are going to do a draft for anticipated movies of the year. We've got a couple of categories to get points. On the show today, I have Tim.
Just felt a gust of wind. Bit drafty in here. Send the tone, guys.
Yep. Hello.
No cringe thing for you?
No.
Jordan.
What's up?
And I'm your host, Xander. Welcome to the show. I like that. I like the energy.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of a Tim suggestion that we've expanded upon. You suggested last year potentially doing this for the Oscars. Mm-hmm. And we do like the Oscars here on Rats on Film, but we're also Rats of the People. And so we've sort of expanded the categories to get points for this, to cover basically all of the things we could think about for movies. So we're all going to draft 5 movies. 20 movies in total will be drafted. We'll do a little alternate thing at the end. We'll get to that. But you'll get 1 point next year if your movie scored over 90% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics. You'll get 1 point if it has a 4-star average Letterboxd rating. You'll get 1 point if it made $250 million in the box office worldwide. Bonus point if it hits $1 billion. You'll get 1 point for it being in your personal 4 favorite movies at the end of the year. And you'll get 1 point for it being nominated for any Oscar. Bonus point if it gets at least 5 Oscar noms. The goal here being to cover the rat opinions, the opinions of the people, the opinions of the critics, the box office, and the awards.
And we'll see how it goes next year.
Yes.
When we get our points, maybe there'll be adjustments. But for now, this seems like a pretty reasonable way of spreading out the different kind of things you can do.
Yeah. So we just did the math too. It's 34 possible points you could get. Not 35 because we're only doing 4 favorites because that's the Letterboxd thing. And we're Letterboxd rats. So I don't think anybody will get close to 34 points.
I mean, yeah. Are there even
We'll
enough
see.
movies?
We'll see.
But I guess theoretically it's possible.
Theoretically.
So see what
We
the
should
draft order is.
establish too, because some of these things will change, Tomato Meter could change, Letterboxd could change. It should be, are we saying this is the score by the time we do next year's episode?
I think so.
Yes,
yeah,
I think that makes sense.
We're not going to come back if you get a re-release and then you cross the $1 billion in the box office.
Well, I think we should say though, if you're a movie that is very clearly going to hit $1 billion,
sure,
but like came out in December,
sure,
then there can be some leeway on that too.
Yeah, so it's the end of January now when we're recording this. So we'll come back roughly a year from now to assess the points. And yeah, there might be some stuff that's still up in the air. Before we do this draft order, are we all kind of in agreement that there is like a first pick? Like there's
one.
pick. There's one movie.
For sure.
I don't know if I want to admit that. I don't want to influence anyone's positions. I mean, clearly there is, but I don't want to admit that openly.
But that being said, does everybody here actually want the first pick in the draft?
I do. I do. Yes, I very much do.
I don't think I do. I understand I won't get like the movie, right? But I feel like the first pick, that means you're not going to pick for 6 more movies. You know what I mean? A bunch of stuff's going to get taken before you get to go again.
But it's a bit more random, I think, after the first one.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get into it when certain titles come up, but I think it's a small number of movies that I think are guaranteed to get points, and then a lot of movies that could get points, but just as easily might not get any points.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I mean, my favorite thing is to come on this podcast and just vibe and have no idea what's going on, so we'll see.
Well, that's the other thing where I'm at, Madolyn, is I don't know if I want to go for the win or if I want to be true to myself and then hope that the win comes.
I was kind of being true to myself, so we'll see.
That's a vibe. And the Letterboxd 4 favorites,
you could almost guarantee
points.
4 points.
That's
if
4
you pick
points.
All your
4
faves in advance.
I feel like that was important to us because our whole show is kind of like the rat opinions, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's important. There's a little bit of honor system in that.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
but
it goes without saying.
And I think,
Dylan's not on this episode.
I think there is something fun to trying to predict what you think your favorite movie of the year will be. Not necessarily what the best is going to be or anything like that. Just like what your personal favorite will be.
It's the whole reason to anticipate something.
All right. I've got our names in the generator. Is everyone ready to see what the draft order is?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Okay.
First up in the order,
Take it
Tim.
away.
Oof.
Jordan, me, Madolyn.
Why am I always long?
All right. Well, this is good because I'm not going by vibes. I am going by strategy, which of course is going to be extremely embarrassing when I probably end up losing. But I do have a number one pick.
Drum roll.
I think it's only fitting that this would be the first round draft pick. It is, of course, Angry Birds 3. No,
You're locked in.
Yeah, no take back.
Yeah. I mean, is there any surprise? It's The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. It feels like the movie of the year in many ways. It seems guaranteed to make waves regardless of how it turns out, just because of the size of the production. He's got some good Rotten Tomatoes scores. He's got some good Letterboxd scores. And, I'm a big fan of him too. So this feels like one of, if not the only movie that I can think of next year that could get the full points. So that's my number one pick.
Yeah, I mean that was the number one pick we were alluding to.
Yeah. I don't want to give it away.
We don't know that it will actually come to fruition, but at this moment, it feels like it's the movie of the year.
Until everyone found out today that Travis Scott is in it.
Listen, Harry Styles is in Dunkirk, and Dunkirk still slaps. So
Dunkirk does
that was his best role. So
that might be true.
That's true.
That might be true.
he barely spoke.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one. It's a weird one to come after Oppenheimer. I feel like I haven't watched the trailers for it, so I don't really know what's going on with it. But I'm excited.
It's ambitious. He's always very ambitious, which is something that I appreciate about him.
Yeah, this just kind of feels like the biggest movie ever made.
Yeah, he easily could have just taken a break, done something super easy after winning the Oscar and getting $1 billion on a biopic, but 3-hour long biopic. But he's decided to adapt the second most famous book of all time, arguably. So it's exciting. We'll see how it turns out, but I think it's an exciting thing to be looking forward to regardless.
All right, Jordan, you want to do your first pick?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I feel like maybe a little bit of a wild card, but maybe not. And I'm thinking about all the categories. I'm gonna go with werewolf.
Oh,
Eggers
that's
Werewolf.
good.
That's good. Yeah, that was on mine.
I loved Nosferatu. I think if it's as good, it could make box office, some award splash, and then also like Aaron Taylor Johnson like it. I'm gonna love it probably. So we'll see. But that's what I'm gonna go with. I don't know if that would have been everyone's second choice, but that's mine.
That's a really smart pick. That was if no one else was involved, that would have been in my top 5. I think that's smart, definitely coming off of the success critically, commercially, Oscar wise of Nosferatu.
Yeah, I was gonna say it feels like he's really on the up trajectory right now. Like his last movies have been great, but everyone really loved Nosferatu and probably thought it deserved a bit more recognition than it got. So hopefully this one is great and it gets all of that and more.
A lot of the same cast again as well. So
Similar cast, same release date.
A lot of pieces that make you feel like it could be
it's a werewolf horror. It seems like it's maybe his version of Wolfman after doing Dracula.
Yeah, the release date is maybe bad for box office, but we'll see.
I mean, maybe it worked really well for Nosferatu. I don't think Nosferatu would have hit either of these markers, but
had it not been,
maybe with this one after
could keep getting bigger.
He's been building up, with each movie. So
I have a thing now where there's a couple movies on here that I feel like I want to get, not even necessarily just because I think they'll do well, just because I want them to represent me, and I need to try and assess what I think other people are going to go for at this stage, because Madolyn's going to get 2 picks. Okay, I'm gonna go with the movie that I'm the most excited about for the year, which is Project Hail Mary.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Wow.
Yeah, I love the book. I've read it twice. I think it's awesome. I love Ryan Gosling. I love Lord and Miller. It's got a lot of pieces that I think shape up to be something really good. It's got kind of a weird release date potentially for awards and box office, but that's becoming less relevant these days. So maybe, I don't know that it's going to be in those conversations. I mean, The Martian got nominated, so it could be, but I'm personally really excited for it. And I've heard good things from people who have seen it, and I love the book. I think it's a great story, so I think it will be a good adaptation.
Kind of a wild card pick, I feel like, for your
For my first pick, yeah, a
but-
little bit. But I'm going for my
Yeah.
vibes.
I also think it'll probably be in your top 4, knowing how much you love the book.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
It's a smart pick. I mean, there's some risk to it. Most of these movies, it's hard to know. But if we're going off The Martian, The Last Andy Weir, that did really well at the box office. I think like 600 million. Did really good at the Oscars. Did good critically. Lord and Miller, they're pretty respected. So it's definitely plausible. It's a good one to hope for.
That's the thing is, I want it on my list, and I think
Yeah.
it has potential to do well.
Yeah, it's
on the
plausible.
points.
It's plausible.
So that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Madolyn, you have 2 picks now.
Ooh, okay, pressure's on. I'm going similar vibes to Xander, where I'm picking things that feel true to me, that I'm excited for. Controversial, maybe, but things that I'm just kind of going by vibes and hoping the points will come,
I respect it.
Yeah, so my first pick is Wuthering Heights.
Okay.
I knew that was coming too.
I'm so excited for that movie. I've loved both of Emerald's movies before this, and they both, this one's getting a little controversy already, but both of them turned out really great. The cast is, everyone's obsessed with Jacob Elordi right now. He's on the up. Costumes look amazing. I hope they get nominated from what I've seen so far. I don't know. I haven't read the book. I'm saving that until after because I feel like, again, I just want to enjoy it as a period romance rather than what it allegedly is. But I'm really looking forward to that one. I think hopefully it's going to be in my top 4 faves. But yeah, so that's my first pick.
I think that is a wild card pick, but I don't think it's a bad pick either. I feel like it has a lot of potential to get things. You could get performances, like you said, costumes. I think the cinematography looks really
Yes,
interesting from
exactly.
the marketing.
Fingers
Yeah,
crossed
for
for
sure.
original song for Charlie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, she's doing the
that's
whole
totally
soundtrack.
possible.
I'm excited for that. Yeah, it's a could get nothing, could get everything kind of thing.
And there's a lot of pieces that it could make for something that's a real moment. Like
Exactly.
The romance season, February. It's got a good release date, I think, for what it is.
Yeah.
Also,
People are talking about
Yeah, I
it.
was gonna say
Yeah.
sometimes controversy helps with box office too.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be curious.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Emerald Fennell's a great filmmaker, Oscar winner already
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
that's on the table.
Okay, my second pick is a risk as well, mainly because of its release date. I'm going with Dune 3.
Dune 3.
Dune Messiah.
No.
Yes, see, you risked it. You wanted to go first.
Yeah, see, you know what, Madolyn? You were last, and there's a downside to going last, but I do think the turn is nice. To get the
Yes.
double pick, I think is nice.
At this point, the first double pick I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm again super excited for this one. Timmy's on a great high run right now, and my favorite performances of him have been in these movies, I think, apart from Call Me by Your Name, best movie ever made. I'm really excited for, the sweeping nature. I don't know what happens in this one, but I've heard that it's crazy and incredible, and I think it's going to take this Dune series to the next level. They're very popular. It's the last one. I'm hoping that doesn't, wicked for good at the Oscars, but from what I've heard, this one's going to be better than that.
I like this book the best.
I'm
so.
super excited for this
yeah.
one because of
Yeah.
the book. I love Messiah. I think it's a
See.
great book.
Yeah, I'm just a Dune movie fan, so I'm along for the ride, but I'm really excited.
You got my hopes up when you said it was going to be a risk because I thought this would have maybe been taken already. To me, this is one of the least risky picks.
I mean
For the
risky
year.
in terms of it might get moved
Yes, that's
out of
Yeah,
this.
That's true.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Because
That-
it is
'cause it's
releasing with
releasing-
another big movie.
Yes.
that
But
is true.
it has the IMAXs, right?
Yes,
I think
it's,
it does.
it's guaranteed for the IMAXs.
Let's go.
What's its date?
The same day as
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Same
Doomsday.
day as Avengers. So we'll
That's what
see.
they're calling it.
That's funny.
We'll see if it blinks, which is possible. If it stays, I think it has a pretty good chance critically, just going based off the first tunes, has a really
Yeah.
good chance critically, commercially, Oscar-wise, it would get a lot of points.
Yeah, I mean, they're asking me to leave because it's not December yet, but I'm simply two-seated.
No, honestly, that probably would have been my next pick if you hadn't taken it. I am quite excited about this one. I think Messiah is such a good book, so I'm really curious to see how he adapts it. I gotta pivot because that's what I was gonna do. You know what though? I'll stay on the Xander vibe. I'm gonna go Spider-Man,
Mhm.
Brand New Day. I love Spider-Man. I am equally nervous as I am excited about this one. Not super into the multiverse saga that they got going on in Marvel, as most people are not. So I'm a little bit wary of some of those things. But in terms of things that it has going for it, I really like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I like that they're continuing that story. They're going to elevate it. They're going to age him up, and they're saying it's going to be the more like mature college age Spider-Man. I think Destin is a great director. I like his movies he's done pre-Marvel, and I think Shang-Chi is maybe the best Marvel movie they've done since Endgame. So I think he is adding something that I'm excited about. And I think that from a points perspective, the box office for Spider-Man is probably guaranteed, and probably the bonus point is guaranteed. And we can hope that critically and enjoyment-wise, it is up there for me. I love Spider-Man movies. It easily could be in my top 4 if it's a good one. And if it is kind of what Marvel has been delivering lately, maybe not. But I'm optimistic that this will be a return to form. It's kind of like their last good franchise they've got going on that they've not really like tainted yet. So I'm hoping that they stick the landing on this one, because I think it is really important to them. So hopefully they've put the time and effort into it.
I think it's a good pick. I mean, it's at least 1 point, like absolutely guaranteed. For sure.
The box office is no question.
Good chance for a second point with the billion. And then, yeah, you know.
Also a good chance it'll be in your top 4 again.
Yeah, I hope so. Mostly for the vibes, because I love Spider-Man.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm excited for that one too. So
Okay, I could try to screw over Tim, but I'm not going to.
Oh, you should. You should. Get him.
So I'm going to go with the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, interesting. That's not what I thought you would go with.
No,
I
it's
know.
smart.
Yeah.
It's smart.
For similar reasons to Spider-Man, I think it's basically guaranteed to get box office.
Yeah, 100%.
Could probably make $1 billion worldwide as well.
I would bet on that.
And then, you know, animated movies could get an Oscar nom. I don't know that it's super likely depending on what else comes out, but like it's a possibility. Also, it just looks really fun from the trailer to me. Like, I'm not the biggest Mario stan in the world, but the new characters look really cute, and I think people will be excited about it. And it's kind of what I'm going for based on vibes today.
I liked the first one, and I think that this one could be better. So I hope that it is.
Again, guaranteed point.
Yeah.
Probably guaranteed second point, maybe even more so than Spider-Man for the box
probably.
office. So yeah, if for no other reason, that's, you know, it's a good one to have in your arsenal.
Yeah.
Now, I know what you mean in terms of saying screwing over me. That's not my next pick, though.
Oh, I 100% would have thought that that's what it would have been.
No,
I'm lost.
My next pick, strategy-wise, is Digger.
Yeah.
The new Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu movie, starring Tom Cruise, amongst others. Iñárritu has done really well at the Oscars in the past. Tom Cruise, it's a big deal for him to be going back into original dramatic work. Well, I guess it's kind of comedic, but,
yeah.
You know,
Like more prestige kind of.
Yeah, an adult movie. You know, Tom Cruise, of course, is a big movie star. There's a chance it could hit the box office. Not guaranteed by any means, but I think it has a decent shot at a lot of these points, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, Iñárritu is great. I would bet on it being pretty well received, hopefully by fans and by critics.
Yeah. You know, it's more of an awards play, critic play choice, but for my money, it's one of the only ones, if you look at the landscape for next year, that does have a chance. Which brings me to my next pick on the snake. Yeah, I think I will have to go with what Jordan almost took, which was Disclosure Day, the new
Big D guy.
The new film by Steven Spielberg.
More importantly, starring Josh O'Connor.
Josh O'Connor, Emily Blunt, mysterious sci-fi movie. Still kind of mysterious what it is, which kind of impacts the calculations here, because is it a big blockbuster? It's got a blockbuster release date in June.
And budget.
So it could be, but it's hard to say. You know, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a big, you know, Ready Player One, Indiana Jones level extravaganza. So, you know, that could impact things. And on the flip side, is it more grounded? Is it more of sort of the adult drama, Bridge of Spies, linking kind of side of Spielberg? In which case, is it an Oscar player? Could be. I'll say apparently John Williams is scoring it, so Oscar That's guaranteed. 1 point.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Music branch loves a rubber stamp, especially to John Williams is really old, guys. I love him. I hope he lives forever, but this could certainly be his last movie. He said it, the last one.
He said it a couple times.
So we'll see. So, you know, Spielberg does really well at the Oscars when it's a serious movie. Could be this. So it's kind of a risk. It could blank, honestly, on most of these.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to know. It's kind of a big wild card movie.
It's a wild card, but it has a really high ceiling. I think it could get a full 5 points. I mean, Steven Spielberg's my favorite director. I probably should mention that. You know, it's not guaranteed that a movie of his is going to be in my top 4, but it's always a possibility. So
yeah, I'm excited about both of the ones you just picked. I think both of them are a little bit amorphous. Of I don't quite know what they're going to be. I've not seen the trailers for either of them. Avoiding them both. So based on who's working on them and the little bits I know, I'm excited. I hope they're both good. All right, Jordan, third pick.
Similar to my last pick, I am going to pick Toy Story 5. I kind of think box office is a guarantee. I think Oscar nomination is a guarantee. I think you could get maybe a bonus point for box office.
I think that'd be pretty likely.
Also, I love Toy Story. I didn't love Toy Story 4. I loved the first 3, but this one looks like it could be something interesting. So hopefully maybe fans will like it. I'm not holding my breath that I'm going to love it, but like maybe we could get some, a 90% or a 4 on Letterboxd. I'm not sure, but
I mean, they've all been pretty well. Even 4 is pretty well reviewed. I think it is above.
I got to tell you,
90.
I almost took this over Disclosure Day. I think this is a really smart pick. Box office is obvious. Toy Story 4, for all the complaints people have of it, does have over 90% Rotten Tomatoes, was nominated for 2 Oscars. I even did archive.org. I went to see what Toy Story 4 had on Letterboxd the year it came out. It was at 4.0. So
I mean, people love the characters, right? Especially Letterboxd users. I feel like it is like a millennial fan
yeah,
base.
it's dropped a bit since then.
The other thing is, I am kind of with you. I think that this seems more of an interesting take to continue Toy Story than 4 did. 4, I think most people, myself included, kind of had the why did you do this? Was this really worth it to undo the perfect trilogy?
But the sanctity of the trilogy has already been broken, so now we're just getting another Toy Story movie with the characters we like, and like maybe they'll fix Buzz's character in this one, and so maybe it'll be fun.
Yeah, you're so right though. That reaction is kind of gone because no one's gonna say, "Man, I can't believe you ruined that quadrology I really liked." It's just another Toy Story movie, and I think the iPad kid generation actually is something worth exploring
the parents of iPad kids, right? Mm-hmm. Like I didn't love Inside Out 2, but people did, and it made a lot of money. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna bet on the toys.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked that one because I had it on my list, but it wouldn't have been true to me. I would have been I would have been picking it for the points because I don't really care about Toy Story, but I know a lot of people do. So
yeah.
Okay, I've had a lot of my picks taken at this point, so I think I'm gonna take Godzilla -0. I'm excited for this movie. Godzilla -1 was great. Did well at the Oscars. Seems like I could potentially get the VFX Oscar, and potentially maybe this time around, if it's just as good, maybe it'll get a little more recognition this time. Box office, I think, could be good. I don't know that it'll hit the billion mark, but I think it's reasonable to assume it could get to the 250. And the first one's really well liked critically and by fans, so I think both of those are on the table. And I really liked the last one. I thought it was excellent. So same team, same director. I think there's a lot going for this to be a good movie for this year. Just got announced, just got the date.
Yeah, that's one of those where it's like, if we were to just take the performance of the last one, that would score really well on most of these. So it's a good
it may not
in a world of risk. It's one of the less risky. It could blank, but anything could.
I didn't want just American movies, so
yeah, fair enough.
Little international in my roster.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that one too.
All right, you got 2 picks.
Okay, my third pick is Mother Mary.
Ooh, see now we're getting to the point where the lists become interesting.
I'm really excited for this one.
I don't even know what this is.
It's David Lowery starring Anne Hathaway. It's meant to be like a psychological thriller about a pop star.
Oh, I have heard of this.
So Music Again by Charlie XCX. I've heard Anne Hathaway is really great in it. I've heard like the costumes and the looks and the design and the songs are really great. So I'm really interested in how this is going to go. I think it's going to be a really cool and interesting story, and the vibes are going to be immaculate. I feel like Dylan's going to love this one.
Yeah.
I don't know really at all how well it will do at the Oscars, but you know, just in terms of like look, vibes,
I feel
I
like
think
this
it'll be
is one
pretty
that
good.
like entirely depends on public perception. Like once
Exactly.
it comes out, it's
Yeah.
either gonna go like
and you
all
really
in
have
with,
no
like-
idea.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm just going because I think it looks cool.
Very respectable. I love David Lowery. So.
Yeah. Well, his last movie was Peter Pan and Wendy,
Yeah, I
which
know.
was weird
Oh, interesting.
because we watched that and I liked it.
He's a very weird career.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very interesting pivot, but
It wasn't on my radar, but I actually, when you started to describe it, I was like, oh, I did hear about this. That could be a really good one.
Yeah.
All right, what's your next one? Fourth pick.
okay. I'm going random again. I'm going Power Ballad, which is a John Carney.
Yeah.
I love
Fair
his
enough.
movies.
I love John.
I love his movies. Obviously, once
Sing Street.
Sing
is
Street.
One of my favorites
Begin
of all
Again
time.
is randomly my mom's favorite movie of all time. I'm very well versed in the soundtrack for that. I love it. So I'm excited for this one. I'm not super sold on the cast. I think it's Paul Rudd and Nick Jonas, but I feel like a theme of mine is that I'm interested in the music. So again, with this one, I know Sing Street got one song nominated, right? Did it?
I don't know.
Oh, it didn't.
I don't know.
I don't
That's
know.
a Tim
I love
question.
I feel like that was an infamous snub.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong, but that
Anyway,
feels infamous snub level to me.
Yeah. Well,
It
I'm
should've,
excited
yeah,
for it.
that was so
So
good. Drop it like you stole it. Should've won.
yeah.
It's a fun pick.
Yeah, I'm going fun.
Yeah.
I'm adding some
Who
spice.
is releasing that? Because wasn't Apple his last one?
I have it on here somewhere.
Yeah.
This
Again,
cannot
it's
be on the pod, I'm
another
just curious.
another pop star movie.
I'm so surprised. There are two movies I was sure you were going to take that you haven't, and I'm shocked.
Okay, I'm interested because I can't think of them.
Lionsgate.
Me again. Man, it's really tough now with, I mean, obviously I knew this was going to happen. I have a big list. I just don't know which one to select from it. But I think this is a little bit of it could bite me, but we'll see. I'm going to go for The Adventures of Cliff Booth.
Interesting.
It's
that was high up there for me too.
it's a bit of vibes for me, but also a bit of strategy. I really like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm honestly not sure that I love that they're making this on some level, but on another level, who really cares? Like, there's not really like a sanctity to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I like Cliff Booth as a character. I'll be interested to see what they do with it. It's David Fincher, so good director behind the helm, and it could potentially be something that I really like. I was surprised by how much I liked Once Upon a Time, but it is a movie that I like a lot. So I think maybe this could be that. Box office is going to be weird because it's a Netflix movie,
Yeah, I can pretty much forget about that one.
but I think I'll go for it for the other categories.
This is again where if you were to just take the performance of the last movie, it would score really well. But, box office is missing. It's a bit weird because it's a spinoff. But, it doesn't seem like they're making this like for purely financial reasons. Like, kind of just seems like they were like, wouldn't it be fun if we just did The Adventures of Cliff Booth?
My hope is that the fact that they're making it means that they have a story that they think is worth making. That's my hope. Is that true? I don't know. We'll see. All right, back to you, Jordan.
Okay, I feel like it's getting weird now. I have like multiple directions that I can go, but I'm not really sure what I'm gonna go with. I'm really in between two, but I think I'm just gonna go with the one that I think I probably will like better. I'm gonna go with Narnia, the Magician's Nephew.
That's one of the ones, Madolyn.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew Jordan was going to pick it. So.
I love Greta, obviously, so I'm excited to see what she's gonna do with this franchise. I'm reading the book series right now. I read the first 3 when I was a kid and I loved them, and I don't love them as much anymore, but I'm just really curious to see what she does. I love like magical universes. I love the possibilities for production design and costume design that fantastical worlds have. So I'm really curious. I think, Greta historically sometimes is an awards player, sometimes isn't. It's Netflix, so will it make, I know they're releasing it in theaters, but I don't know if it'll hit any thresholds.
Yeah, it's a weird one actually because it's getting not just a theatrical release, but specifically an IMAX release as well, which is not really something Netflix usually does. So I don't know what it will do in the box office. I mean, Barbie was huge.
Yeah, I'm kind of unsure about this one. There's the reason that I didn't pick it. I love Greta, but I'm still wary about this one because again, like, yeah, it's going into IMAX. It's a Netflix movie. is it for children? Is it for adults? Is it for everyone? Probably for everyone. I'm confident she can pull through, and I'm really interested to see what she does.
This would have been my next pick. I think Greta, as a director, has done really well at the Oscars. She's done really well critically. So, she ticks all those point boxes. Barbie was massive at the box office, so that's in her favor. Of course, the Netflix of it all is an issue box office wise. It's still unclear the extent of the release. They've said it's IMAX, but maybe they'll do a wide release. In addition to it, Netflix has become more responsive to theatrical releases. So who knows? But I think regardless of that, this has a chance at scoring really well. But of course, the fact that it's an adaptation for Netflix of a franchise thing, who knows? But people were skeptical of Barbie too. So
yeah, it's a weird one. I mean, slightly controversial franchise. I know that it's been talked about forever, but like I don't know. It'll be curious to see what new life can be brought to this new adaptation of the franchise. Curious.
I think it's a good pick. I think there's a lot of potential on this one.
All right, we're getting to that point, right, where most of my picks are gone. I think what I'm going to go for now is The Dog Stars. This is a new Ridley Scott movie starring Jacob Elordi, Margaret Qualley, Josh Brolin. It's a sci-fi film of some sort. It's an adaptation of a book. I don't really know anything about the book. That's irrelevant to me. Ridley Scott is a hit or miss director in all sorts of ways, but he certainly has had movies in the past that have done great box office, have been critical successes, have been some of my favorites of the years that they've come out. So it's possible. It's possible.
I think Ridley Scott is a little bit up and down, but I think his sci-fi kind of hits pretty consistently.
Yeah,
so
like it's giving.
I'm excited
it's
for this
kind of
one.
giving shades of The Martian to me, but that's sort of like the upper end of like what a Ridley Scott movie could do in terms of the things we're looking at. So who knows?
I'm excited to see some sci-fi.
Another D for me. There.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my god, what's next?
You're OD, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's 3 Ds in the ODC.
True.
Yeah.
All right, what's your last pick?
My last pick, yeah, okay. I've been strategy thus far, but I've been true to myself. So the question is, do I keep it true to myself, or do I throw it all away for a movie that I have no interest in, but I think could do well, aka Avengers Doomsday? But I'm going to say no. I think Avengers Doomsday, and maybe someone will pick it, good box office, but I don't think the other numbers are promising. So instead, I'm going to go with a different D movie, not Doomsday, but Devil Wears Prada 2. I'm not one to speak on Devil Wears Prada. I only saw the first movie recently. I really liked it. It's a good movie, but I don't have that sort of 20-year attachment that people have to that movie. But I think that really has become a modern classic. I think it has a good chance at some of these box office stats. And, the first one got nominated for some Oscars. A movie about the fashion industry always has a chance at costumes. Meryl Streep got nominated for the last movie. They love her. And if it's good, who knows how it could do critically. So I think to me, this is a decent final pick.
I want this one to do really well because I want a good modern comedy to come out. And I like the first one a lot. I think that hopefully whenever they do these legacy sequels, I'm always like, I hope it was worth it. So
yeah,
I want it to be good.
Yeah, I'm worried, but
yeah,
we'll
it could easily fall flat on its face. But I think, I gotta get some, I try and round out my list here with another D movie.
All right, Jordan, your last pick.
Okay, I think there's one that I feel like could definitely get a few points, but I'm not gonna take it, and I'm gonna go with the new Hunger Games instead. I'm gonna go with
That's the other one.
yeah,
Sunrise on the Reaping.
I was gonna pick it, but it's gone now.
I don't really know. This is kind of based on vibes and not really the point-based system, but I think there's a couple points in there somewhere, maybe. I really liked the book. The cast seems pretty good. The last movie in the franchise was really good and I had fun. So
I think the cast is pretty stacked on this one.
yeah.
It's a bigger name cast than the first time around, I think. Not the original Hunger Games, but the last prequel book.
Yeah, and it's a character that everyone loves and has been begging for the story for ages. So if they don't show out, then
Yeah. There's a built-in audience, so that I think helps box office at least. And then also I think because if it's done well, it's a beloved franchise. So
yeah,
for the letterbox scores, I'm hoping.
It looks
We'll
really
see.
cool. I think I like the way that they're like changing the design of like the eras of Panem throughout all of these different sort of segments of the Hunger Games. So, you know, the design and the costumes and the sets on this one again look amazing. And yeah, I think the story is super emotional. And once people see it, like I think they'll be telling people to go and see it as well.
I was about to say the same thing. I saw the trailer for this for the first time a few days ago, and the look is really cool. I appreciate how each era has kind of a different look. This is giving very, very 70s, sort of a throwback 70s dystopia vibe, which I appreciate.
I think it could be good. I think it could be big. All right, my last pick. This is a big fat maybe. This is probably a bad pick to go with because it doesn't even have a release date on the calendar. But it's expected to come out this year. It's wrapped filming a long time ago. I'm going with Wild Horse 9, Martin McDonagh's next movie. I love Martin McDonagh. He's got 3 bangers in a movie I really like. So, it's not a banger.
It's an interesting way to list it.
It's not. He's got 3 like all-time bangers for me, and then a movie that I think is really good. So I'm very excited for another original film from him. It's got a good cast, and I'm hoping that it does come out this year, and that I think it could potentially be a top favorite for mine. Could do really well critically, could do really well at the awards. So I'm optimistic if it comes out that it will be a splash in the points, but it might not come out.
And we'll see about the alternates for that. But yeah, Martin McDonagh, he's usually one of those guys who's in the conversation.
I'm also just excited because it's an original movie, which rarer and rarer these days.
I did not pick a single original movie. It's pretty sad.
I've got at least 2.
All right, Madolyn, you'll do your last pick and then your alternate.
Oh, okay. Let me get my list up then. Okay, my last pick, I'm conflicted. There's a couple I could go for. I'm going to go Supergirl. I really liked the last Superman movie. I thought we're going in a cool direction. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. I think a lot of people are quite excited for it. I hope it does really well. Again, I don't really know much about what's going to happen in it or how it's going to go, but I think it could be a big one.
I think it's a really important one for the
Yeah.
DC Studios new rebrand and everything. So I think they'll probably push it hard, and I'm sure that they were aware of that and tried to give their all to it. I'm excited for it. I think I've been avoiding the marketing for it, but I hope it's good.
Yeah.
It looks fun. Supergirl's appearance in Superman was really fun.
Loved her.
So
Yeah, she was great.
I feel like she can steal the show and it'll be fun.
More crypto probably.
I love crypto.
Jason
My favorite
Momoa is the
character.
bad guy. I think it will be interesting. Will it be like Fast and Furious or
Best movie ever made. Best villain of all time. Yeah.
Could be good.
So
All right, and so we're gonna do one alternate each. I just drafted Wild Horse 9. If for any reason Dune 3's release date gets pushed or something like that, you have an alternate you can go to. We're only gonna do one though, so if multiple of your movies blank, you're or get moved, I should say. It's not if they blank, it's just if they get moved. Multiple get moved, you're just SOL.
Yeah, if they blank, that's your fault.
Yeah, yeah. This is
But if
only,
they get moved, not your fault. But
yeah, this is only for movies that don't end up releasing in 2026.
Yeah.
All right, Madeline, what are you going with?
I'm going to go with the drama.
Definitely coming out. Probably good for your alternate to be a movie that's gonna
Yes.
come out.
yeah.
I'm really excited. I think we've all got there's a few Robert Pattinson movies on here. There's a few Anne Hathaway. There's a few
Big year for
Zendaya. Yeah. So some big actors on here. They've all got some hits coming out, I hope. I'm just really interested in first of all, the marketing for this, as well as the cast. So we'll see.
I just said that I think it would be a good idea to pick a movie that you know is going to come out.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I want to do that. Like I don't know that I want one of the ones that I know is going to come out left. So I feel like I'm going to go with Ray Gun. Brad Bird's new really old animated film.
Yeah.
He pitched this to Pixar before Incredibles. They didn't make it. It's finally come back around. Skydance is doing it with Netflix. It's supposed to come out this year. It does not have a release date. Brad Bird rules. Really excited to see what this is. Original sci-fi kind of detective noir. I think he said it was like a Maltese Falcon meets Flash Gordon
Buck
or something like
Rogers.
that. Buck Rogers.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Super interesting sounding to me. I hope it's good.
Yeah.
So I'm going with that for my own.
I'm excited for this one. This could very easily be pushed.
Oh, 100%.
I would almost say this is like the most likely movie
Yeah.
of any that have been chosen.
But I want vibes. I don't care about the
Yeah,
points.
fair
The win
enough.
the win will come because of the vibes.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a genre movie, and I'm gonna go Ready or Not 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's my alt because it looks fun. I hope people are excited and they go see it. And
People really like the first one.
Yeah.
I really like the first one.
the trailer looks fun. Like it looks like we're
They
returning
did the
to form.
title right,
Yes.
which I appreciate.
Yeah.
They didn't botch it like some other series. Look at you now.
No.
You're serious.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm going with.
All right. That's little. You got 2 horrors on there.
Yeah, there's a lot of horror this year actually, and we didn't really cover it. So I hope
Scare you
some
right.
of them, rise to the top.
All right, what D movie are you picking for your alternate?
Yeah, I took a look. There's no good one. I already said I wasn't going to
Doomsday.
do Doomsday. I really don't feel like picking that. It would be the smart thing to pick next, but I'm not going to because I already said I wouldn't. So I want to pick something more interesting. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to pick something that I think is going to come out this year.
You just called me dumb.
I thought about maybe The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, you're a real fake Star Wars fan over here.
I'm not that excited for. It would be kind of a smart play. I'm going to be a bit more interesting. I'm going to say Hexed, which is the new Disney animation movie. Not a lot known about it. I think you can kind of infer some things just from the name alone. But
Big wild card pick because
big wild card.
We've got like a still and a name.
Yeah.
And a date.
A Disney, and honestly, this could get pushed too, but oh, fuck it.
The Disney,
But a Disney animation,
No, yeah.
when they hit,
It's just like, are you getting Encanto or are you getting Wish or
Exactly.
A Strange World?
That's exactly the calculation here. And we'll just see.
They're due for a win, I feel like. But
I hope so. With a name like Hexed.
I mean,
like,
Moana,
it's only a boy.
Moana 2 did
it's not a
huge.
girl witch. It's
Yeah.
a boy witch.
I think of the Disney releasing original animated movies with the letter H this year between Hexed and Hoppers. I think Hexed is maybe a little better positioned, like release date wise, just in terms of success. I'm maybe a little bit more looking forward to Hoppers as a Pixar fan, but I'm going with Hexed.
All right. Let's recap the picks for everybody. So this is our draft for 2026 releases. We will reconvene next year to see how we all did, see who won the year. Tim has drafted The Odyssey,
Thank God.
Digger, Disclosure Day, Dog Stars, The Devil Wears Prada 2, and as his alternate, he's got Hexed. Jordan drafted Werewolf, the Super Mario Galaxy movie, Toy Story 5, Narnia the Magician's Nephew, Hunger Games, Sunrise of the Reaping, and as her alternate, Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. I have drafted Project Hail Mary, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Godzilla Minus Zero, The Adventures of Cliff Booth, Wild Horse 9, and as my alternate, Ray Gun. And Madolyn has drafted Wuthering Heights, Dune Part 3, Mother Mary, Power Ballad, Supergirl, and as her alternate, The Drama. How do you guys all feel about your rosters, your lists?
Like, genuinely, thank God I have the Odyssey. I feel really good based on that alone. I think Jordan's got a really good list.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Jordan. I think I'll beat the other two pretty easily.
What the fuck?
Correct.
No way.
Do you guys feel like we snubbed anything? I feel like we're missing some of the ones that I really thought were going to get picked. But maybe
I
Well-
mean, Doomsday and Mando, I think, are probably two.
Event-
The Social
Avengers and
Reckoning?
Star
No one
Wars.
picked the Social Reckoning.
Yeah.
in terms
Again,
of box office.
of these
but-
legacy sequels, I'm just not.
They're not going to hit.
Yeah.
I-
I'm
Social
worried.
Reckoning's a big one. I think it could do well, or it could be something that
I don't
nobody
even
pays
like the
attention
Social
to.
Networks. I'm not
That-
excited for it.
I don't know about that. I like the Social Network.
Social
but-
Network.
Live action
great,
Moana,
but-
guys.
This,
Well,
The silence.
well, no, okay, no. But genuinely, I think the live action Moana and a lot of movies like Mando and Grogu, whatever. A lot of these movies, I feel like I looked at and I went, they're guaranteed one thing, but I'm not confident that they'll get anything else. Whereas the stuff that I picked, a lot of it is guaranteed nothing, but is potentially eligible for multiple things. With the exception, I think, of like Spider-Man, which is probably only going to do box office, maybe audience 4 stars and maybe 4 faves for me. But like something like Moana, like, yeah, it's going to do box office. Is it going to do anything else?
Well, first of all, you're not going to see it, so it's not going to be in your 4 favorites.
That is true.
yeah, I just didn't want to be boring. Like I could have picked Minions, but let's be honest. Let's be honest.
That's 2 points. That's at least Minions is 2 points. Does anyone have any like other things that they were like on the verge of picking?
I almost picked Wildwood, the new Leica movie.
Yeah, I think that I was thinking about that one too, just because critically speaking, people love Leica.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
I was thinking about The Entertainment System is Down, the new Ruben Östlund movie. I'm sure I pronounced that terribly.
It's entertainment.
Yes, exactly. His last 2 movies won the Palme d'Or. There's a chance he could do it again. Same with the new Joel Coen movie.
Yeah, Jack of Spades. That was on my list.
So those were floating around. Also the new Luca Guadagnino movie, Artificial. Although when you look at Luca's numbers, they're really bad.
Yeah.
He's got some bangers in there, but yeah.
Call Me by Your Name is the only movie he's made that's been nominated for an Oscar.
Justice for Challengers.
He has no
Justice
movies
for Challengers.
with over 4.0 on Letterboxd.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. Yeah. So
He's a controversial director.
That's a risky one. Yeah.
I was pretty annoyed that I wasn't able to draft Nirvana the band, the show, the movie, because I saw it last year, even though it's coming out this year. I think there's a pretty low chance that that's not in my 4 favorites of the year.
Which is exactly why.
Yeah. So
you can't draft it.
So I almost drafted Tony to have some Matt Johnson representation. It doesn't have a release date. I don't know that it's coming out this year. It did wrap filming last year, so it's possible. So I almost drafted that just to be like, let's still represent Matt Johnson. But because I don't know and it feels a little bit more possible to get pushed, I didn't go with it.
I'm also excited for the Sense and Sensibility movie.
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't draft that.
Banger cast. Honestly, I'm so excited.
I'm really surprised you didn't go for that.
Well, I just don't really know anything about it, and I don't know if it'll make money or if it's like, I don't know. I mean,
I almost forgot about this. I almost drafted Resident Evil. That's a real wild card to me. Resident Evil, the last movie they did was a huge stinker, made like 0 money. But the last couple of the Paul W.S. Anderson movies were huge. So box office potential is there. More importantly, Zach Krager is doing it. He's coming off of Weapons and Barbarian. So it could be really good.
Are you guys excited about the year overall?
I think there are some exciting picks, which I think we got a lot of them.
Do you feel more enthused about 2026 than you did about 2025 as a movie year going into it before we've seen most of the stuff?
yeah, I do.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff that I'm excited about that could go either way, but I'm hoping it goes in the positive direction. I think it'll be a pretty solid year if even half of the things that we've talked about today end up being really solid.
And I think there's no way to poll what the most anticipated movie of the year is, but it feels like in the ether, it's not Avengers, which feels like a good thing in a way, where we're moving away from everything in culture being about these franchises. And the fact that we all kind of felt like The Odyssey was the movie. And the reason behind that isn't, I mean, obviously it's a very well-known property, but it's not, it's not in Fortnite or whatever. And the reason why we're excited, and it might be.
Yo, Matt Damon in Fortnite?
But the reason why everyone's excited for it is the filmmaker, the writer, director. It's sort of an art forward way of being excited for movies. So that feels like a win for the medium in general.
Yeah, I hope that we're moving past the superhero movie just dominating everything. You know, it's interesting, Jordan, you're the only one that did this, and you talked about Resident Evil. I almost feel like we're moving into the era of video game movie adaptations becoming the next superhero movies. We'll see if that continues to be true this year with those two films. But you did draft the Super Mario Galaxy movie. We've got Zelda coming out next year, I think. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see how that shakes out this year.
I feel like the new superhero movie as like a concept should just die.
I mean,
like I don't think we need to be in an era. Like I think we just need to make movies that are good that people want to see.
I like variety.
As
the new thing. If the biggest movies of the year are The Odyssey, Project Hail Mary, Wuthering Heights, and Werewolf, that would be incredible.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Because they're all completely different from each other.
And honestly, too, all of them to me are exciting because of the filmmakers.
Yeah,
like I understand I love the book Project Hail Mary, but I also think Lord and Miller are excellent filmmakers. So I feel like same thing. I've not read Wuthering Heights. I know it's a beloved book, but Emerald Fennell is what is exciting about it to me. So
I mean, same about The Odyssey, right? Like,
Who
really wants to watch The Odyssey if it's not Christopher Nolan? Like that's why it's so exciting.
So yeah, I mean that's true. Hopefully it shakes out to be a good year, and hopefully I win.
I hadn't heard of ray gun, and all I could think about was the girl from the Olympics.
I hope Redbird puts that in.
You've never heard of the concept of a ray gun?
Unfortunately, it means something else now.
I think his full name is Raymond Gunn. I think
that's cute. Yeah. James Gunn's other brother.
Wow, that's crazy. You should have a kid named Raymond. All right, well, thanks for listening to this little movie draft. Let us know whose list you think is going to win. Let us know what movies you're excited about for 2026. And we'll come back in a year's time to review and see how we did.
See you next year.